Hey everyone, welcome. This is Kristi. We are doing a walkthrough of This is the Police. We're going to do week 1 today. The reason I decided to actually do this game is because I played through this, I went online, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, so I was like super researching it, going through everyone else's walkthroughs, reading up on information on the game, people's, helpful hints and tips and stuff, and I did better than any single person that I got. Because I guess I did the research. So I want you to be able to do that too. We're gonna have the video walkthrough, and underneath when I post this, you'll see I've got the information on what I did so that your game can be just as great as well, in case you just want the text. So here we are, starting a brand new game. Ooh, it hurts a little bit to take away that load data, doesn't it? Brand new game, here we go. And it is Monday. Today is a pretty easy day. We just go to work, quick press conference. We're gonna go through and just skip the cutscenes because frankly, I don't need to waste your time. You can watch the cutscenes if you want to, and it does give you some more information, but I've already watched them. I don't want to waste your time. So we'll just go through and kick butt today, huh?
When I was a kid, my father sometimes told me at bedtime.
Just think of me as your little police secretary. Good morning. Yesterday, the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? Now, for all these questions, I generally go pretty vague, but, positive about me if I can. So, this doesn't really matter. Doesn't matter. He's a police chief, he's a little gruff. I like the vibe there. Do you already know the name of your successor? Well, firstly, no, I really don't. I don't want to sound like an idiot. Who cares who my successor is? You want me. I'm the good police chief, I swear. After the recent corruption scandal, your deputy, Francis Kendrick, said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, would that change his mind? I'm gonna say maybe. Maybe? How would I know? I really don't know. You can go who cares, you can go maybe. It really doesn't matter. I wouldn't go for I'm happy about it because he had the scandal with Mafia, so I wouldn't feel that one. We're gonna go perhaps. Maybe he would, maybe he wouldn't. Ask him. Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe that the police are cooperating with the Mafia. Do you have anything to say about this? Now, normally, like I said, vague answers. Today we're going, bullshit. We don't want them to think that we're working with the Mafia. Because we aren't. Someone asked me a real question. Do you think your personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? Well, like I said, we really don't know. But we don't want to be a dick to mayor. And we don't want to, encourage him because we'll see later on why. We can go for who knows and we can go for who knows. So how should I know? That's what I'm feeling today. You can choose whichever you like, but I wouldn't go for the top two. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. One more cutscene, we're going to jump right through that. Hop on tomorrow. Day 2. Welcome to Tuesday, July 16th. That's right, only assholes join the Mafia. So when you get press conferences, it will actually make difference in your note, in your newspapers. Every day you get newspapers, and it's kind of cute. It's kind of fun to check them out. Damn straight, my retirement's my own business. I really like it. It's funny. I don't know. The whole gruff police chief thing. And we're skipping this. This is a little cutscene about Francis Kendrick. And we're going to skip this because I do know how this game works and I don't want to be stuck reading you every single little thing on those. So we're going to jump right into the day. Main thing to know is that you've got a whole bunch of officers, and the 5 notches on the side are how tired they are. You lose a notch each day that they work, you gain a notch each day that they don't. Some people want to take an extra day off. It's going to be your choice later on to decide whether they can take it off or not. Alright, let's just jump right into the day. Alright, so we got our first call here, and we are going to throw on Purdy and Asano. They can definitely handle this job. In general, the calls, don't bother putting the older employees or the low-level ones only because at this point we're not going to be keeping the older employees. We'll just drop them in if we need someone that day, or like for a certain job, until we get the opportunity to fire them. Sounds horrible, but you're allowed. It's totally legal to fire your employees for being old. Alright, so we've got a fight here. Let's send Yancy and Austin. We don't actually have a whole lot of calls today. It's like 4 or 5. And they're pretty easy peasy because first day, they're just giving you a feel on how the game works. After your call, you get some intel on the side that tells you how your call went, whether your officers were successful or not. And frankly, yes, you can be successful in all of this, and I'm gonna help you get that. Another successful call. Great job, Yancy and Austin. Now, as you can see, you gain 10 points for every successful call that you get. Later on, there are a few things that could gain you more points. You definitely want to keep increasing their professionalism. So, at this stage, I like to send out as many officers as possible to a call, just so that they can gain the extra points, right? Oops. Let's see here. We'll do fight first, then we'll send an armed robbery. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. 2 officers there. Off you go, team. Alright. So we're gonna send Purdy, Asano, and, well, that should do just fine for us. Again, I'm not going to bother with price until we have 3 people and don't have anyone else to go. Which is for this here. I've got a assault call. Because I really don't care about leveling her up right now, but who knows, I might need the extra single 5 points to finish it. It's a good idea. Now also, just so you know, sometimes you do everything perfectly and something goes wrong for some reason. There is a slight random chance to this, so you can play the day again and it might kill half your officers on a call, and it might, you send the exact same people the next time you try the day and it'll work perfectly. So there is a little bit of, chance to that as well. So this here is, you get to give your officers some direct commands for certain calls that they need help with. So this is for our armed robbery, and we are just going to knock on the door and say, open up. Boom, success, great job, team. Oh, check, see how our fight go. Alright, went wonderfully. So that was actually our last call of the day that the officers are going out on now. Pretty easy day for day 1. Oops, I accidentally clicked outside our window. Oh, and a successful job. Again, you don't really need to send price. It's 5 points that she has, and we are going to be firing her later, so that's completely up to you. I'm just waiting for officers to get back or for it to hit the end of the day so that we can get on our way. Okay, easy peasy day 2, huh? So here is something that you're really going to have to pay attention to. You need to decide who you want to send to work tomorrow. Now, like I was talking about, the reason that we want to eventually get rid of all these older officers, which by the way is going to be super fine, it's totally legal to fire someone for being too old, so don't worry about that. But as you can see, DeBrito and Price, they both worked one day. Everyone had 5 notches at the beginning of the day, but because they're older, they get tired faster, and that is why we want to get rid of them. So let's hear. We've also got Stovall, Birch, and Roy on this shift, and they are all older as well. So we will be getting rid of them as well. We definitely want to send someone to work tomorrow. Let's send Yancy. He's pretty good. I'll send him to work tomorrow. Now you can see here he is, Yancy, on tomorrow's shift. He doesn't have a house because he's not at home. That sounds horrible. But point being, we want to make sure that the people that we're going to be keeping, Yancy, Vendall, Robbins, Samadhi, Grant, we're going to make sure that they get the points, not other officers. So we're going to end the day and jump right into day 3. And skip this cutscene.
To stay late at the office.
Welcome to Wednesday, July 17th. I get a little tired of this. Every day, get a better car. Okay, so this is cool. You can give your officers stripes, and stripes, when you give them to your officers, well, firstly, you give your officer a stripe, and they gain 50 points of professionalism, which is wonderful. But also, the officers that have these stripes will be listened to more and do more successfully in their jobs. So, we're going to drop one of these on Yancey so that tomorrow's shift, because as you might have noticed, everyone on yesterday and tomorrow, right, did not have any things here. So we'll get some commanding officers on that. And we're also going to give it to Vandal because we don't want to keep Stouffville, remember? So we're going to get rid of him eventually. So no point giving him those extra points. Ah, yes. Okay, so now here we get to choose some music for the day, huh? Let's start at the end and work our way up. Some shopping today, please. You actually get to later on pick some music as well, like buy some more music so it's not so repetitive and boring. Alright, so today, if we'd been doing the demo, it would give us or not the demo, the tutorial stuff, it would be giving us a demo on hiring and firing your officers. So we're going to work on that a little bit. So today's shift day, and I am going to fire everyone that is old on shift day. I'm keeping the people on shift B that are older so that they'll work tomorrow. I'm going to fire them tomorrow, so don't worry about shift B yet. Let's see here. We're going to fire Birch for being old. Sounds horrible. Whatever, he's still going to work today. We're going to do the same thing for Roy. And, ooh, it hurts a little bit at the beginning because he has 400 points. But do it. Alright, we're going to the labor market. Do we have some interesting people to hire? Now, even if you don't have some exciting people to hire, you want to make sure that you do hire people. If everyone that you get is for some reason a really, really low level, like under 100, I would say, I don't really get excited about hiring someone under 100 professionalism points. But still, I would recommend you hire people if you can, because the more officers you have, the easier your days are going to go all the way through. Now let's see here. We've got Carrie Hunter Lee Song. Okay, Chantel Nobleton. Don't hire her. She is an elder and will be tired all the time. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm actually hiring everyone that I hire for tomorrow's shift. We can arrange shift around who goes on what shift later. So I always hire for tomorrow's shift so that tomorrow has lots of people to do their tasks. And then we move on. So again, don't hire Chantel. And we've got one spot for a detective. Looks like we're going to be hiring Dennis Welf. And it is a bit randomly generated. Every time that you get a set of new officers for hiring, it will randomly generate who goes here. So if you're super unhappy with your options, you can click out, go to your main menu, restart the day. We're not going to do that because I am satisfied with these people. Let's resume. They will do the trick. And we're going to worry about moving people to shift day tomorrow, or later. Alright, let's get on these calls. Alright, accept some vandalism. Let's send Vandal and Grant. They can handle that trick. Oh, labor market, do I have another slot? Oh, I had 4 slots. Of course, because I fired 3 people. Silly me. I didn't even notice that. Alright, Zachary Goodwin. We'll see you tomorrow. Awesome. Another vandalism call, and because it's got 3 slots and we want to improve our officers, we are going to send 3 people. So let's drop Yancey, Robbins, and Samadhi. Why not? Birch sucks, but Birch Jr. that is. He sucks. He's only 20 points. But don't worry about him right now, because there's going to be another way to fire him despite him not being too old. I mean, and you do have the option, you can keep just sending him on the end of a call. But I found, playing through this day, it's entirely possible to manage the day just with these 5 and not bother improving the other people that you don't need to improve. So if you've got an extra slot on a call, what the heck, you might as well send someone, however. Unnecessary. Alright, suspicious individualities. Oh, you know what? Let's wait a moment and we'll send Vandal and Grant. Sound good? Oh, no wait, don't send anyone! Read your thing. A waitress named Mila reports that she just served a chicken Eddie and Diet Coke to a dangerous criminal she'd seen on TV this morning. The culprit is sitting at the window eating a burger. Very suspicious, but a false alarm. Welcome to your intro to false alarms. Not all of these calls are real. Not every time do you have to send someone out on a job. So it'll be a little painful the first few times getting used to it as the time ticks away and it feels like, oh no, we must go to this call because it gets more red and more red and more red, and it's like, hey, why haven't you sent me someone to deal with this issue? Because it's gonna pop up in the corner, we're gonna see it's the false alarm, stress gone, it's all good. Alright, so this is what we want here. Sam Sorkin is the nightclub owner, and what does he say? Mr. Boyd, my bouncer stuffed himself with Mexican food again, and now he can't get off the can. Meantime, the line outside the club is stretching around the block, and we need someone who can tell the cool guys from punks. This is our opportunity to get rid of Birch Jr. Whoever you send to this call will quit. Okay? So you need to make a choice there who you want to get rid of. Okay? So we're dropping Birch Jr. because he's our worst officer that's not elderly, therefore able to fire without getting into trouble. So we're going to do that to get rid of Birch. Plus, not to mention, oh, here comes the information telling us it was a false alarm. Plus, not to mention, totally lost my train of thought. That happens to me sometimes. Oh yeah, not to mention, you get $4,500 for that job. And you need the money, right? Alright, so we've got drug call here. We're going to send, should I do Vandal and Grant again? Yeah, that's 300 and some odd points, right? They can handle it. Okay, so sorry Chief, but I quit. In one night I pulled in more cash than you earn in a month working at this dump. Mr. Sorkin said he wouldn't mind taking me on. Guess I just wasn't cut out to be a cop. Thank goodness. No, you weren't, Birch Jr. No, you weren't. And here's our money. Now we have a slot again for another officer. But like I said, we don't want to hire Chantal because she's elderly. She will get tired so fast. You're going to be giving her days off all the time. Not worth it. So in this case, I'm waiting until tomorrow to hire someone. And we'll put them on the next... Oop, I almost missed a suicide threat, guys. It's a fast call. You don't get less than... Well, not less than, about 10 seconds to get it. So you don't want to miss that one. Let's send Robbins and Samadhi because... Oh, no, wait. Let's not send Robbins and Samadhi. Let's send Yancey and Samadhi because Yancey's working tomorrow and that'll help us have better officers for the next day. You always have to be thinking about the next day. And also that is our last call of the day, so we're just going to wait for these calls to run through and we'll be heading home for the night. Ah yes, our drug sales call. So what you want to do here is carefully watch the cloud from the... I just said cloud. The clown from the stands. Boom, a success! Great job, Vandal and Grant. And our suicide threat was also successful because I didn't talk myself into missing it. Thank goodness. Really close one there. And okay, so we've hired 3 more officers for tomorrow. Look, we're stacked. We do not need to worry about sending anyone today from today's shift to tomorrow. Not to mention because Yancey is already a B shift employee. So yeah, we're going to be tomorrow sending some people from today. Otherwise, we won't have enough people tomorrow. Clearly, we've got a lot more people working today. Welcome to Thursday, July 13th. Can you believe you've already made it through more than half a week? Well, once we finish today. Oh, today is a funny day. I like it a lot. It's silly. We're gonna skip this cutscene. I think it's kind of funny because there's a whole thing about the feminists and they don't like them. And I'm just like, you're kidding me. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is something that can happen. Your officers will call in or just not show up. It's really irritating. Don't put up with it. Look, we had 2 people not come in today. Okay, you do want to let them have the day off when they have a good reason. Otherwise, they'll start hating you and not coming in or become drunk because of it and then not coming in for that reason. So this one here is a good reason. We definitely say, yes, take the day off. Come in tomorrow because you have full energy, so don't be a wuss. But actually, we're going to go back to this. We're going to restart this day because we're perfectionists and we might as well. We're going to go back to the main menu, restart this day because there's no reason for us to not have those 2 officers on. They had good energy. You just click continue. It's going to start you right from day 4 again. Song. It's okay. He's got 1 notch off. I'll let him have the day off. I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, that'll be fine. Yeah, we just had 1 officer take the day off. Not a big deal. What did we do yesterday? Shopping? Check out this land. So City Hall likes to give you some crazy random requests. From City Hall, a racist gang has recently made some trouble in the city. They're capturing black townspeople and beating them to death. They recently sent a message to a local radio station promising to kill all the black doctors, firemen, and police. We don't need any more black dead police, especially not mere months before the election. The racists are gaining more and more followers. Even some of our citizens support them. You have to fire all your black employees over the next 2 days due to mounting racial tensions. I mean, City Hall, are you kidding me? Super duper racist. They like to send you these ridiculous requests. You don't have to do their requests. Not once have I done one of these ones. I do all of the calls that come in from them. So if I get a call from an officer from the city about the day, then I'll do that. But don't worry about firing all your black officers. I mean, they're doing well, and especially Robin's here is one of our better ones on shift day. Oh no, just Chantal. Okay, so we still don't want to hire Chantal for tomorrow. So what we're going to do is we got 4 officers on. Brutal. We're going to send some people to actually work shift day. So we're going to move her to a shift day. So we've got 5, we've got 8, 9, 10, so -1, right? And we're going to be firing Price today too. Fire Price because she's too old, and I think that is our last officer that we need to fire. We're also going to fire DeBrito because, again, he's so darn old, and he's going to be tired, and he's not going to come into work, and it's super annoying. So now we've got a slot for a detective. So, you know, I can't remember if Lyra is elderly or not. You give me 1 moment, and we will find out. Let's see here. Lyra is not elderly. Oh, thank goodness, because I did want to hire her. She looked like she was worth hiring. Well, 130 is not horrible, okay? We're going to reserve that. Just so you know, also in the comments underneath in the description, I'll give you some links to the pages that I use to check whether an officer is elderly or not, because I found it really useful. Alright, so we hired her for shift day, and now we'll have 3 detectives on shift day, which would be great. And I think we should really hire 1 more person, or not hire, move 1 more officer to tomorrow. Let's go for, let's see, removed Kochi, who has a Hunter. No, Hunter. and Hunter to shift day, so Hunter's gonna work tomorrow as well. And that puts us up to 6. Yeah, that'll be fine. And then we'll ask one person to work tomorrow rather than moving their shift. Now, let's get this call done before I miss it. Ah! Destruction of property, our first call of the day. Let's see here. Let's send... Interesting, we'll send you. And McGillicuddy, because I like your name. And these guys should definitely be able to handle that job. So these purple ones that pop up are homicides, and these are for your detectives. So it doesn't really matter who you put on, but just remember that that person does have to be in that day in order to arrest the criminal. So we're going to start with Wolf, because what the heck, he's got the most points. We might as well put DeBrito on it so that he can work today before he goes and finds some other job or retires tomorrow. Who knows? Carjacking here. Oh no, stolen vehicles list. Okay, so we've got an option to send 4 officers. So like I said, you might as well get the points from your officers if you can. So we are going to send for 3 of our worst officers minus Price because she's fired. We don't really care about giving her points. And we will also send Subaki. These guys need to get some more professionalism, so let's give it to them. Successful. Good job, officers. And our homicide investigation has started. Okay, so if you have enough officers with enough level, then you will get the correct frames. As you can see, there are only 3 frames we need, so there's a chance we might be actually able to finish this investigation today and get out there and arrest the criminal. Often, especially later on, your detective cases are going to take multiple days. We've got some help needed on our carjacking. Now we're going to wait a safe distance for the driver to appear. Otherwise, I think we're going to spook them. And we've had a successful call. Great job, officers. Suspicious individual. Let's send Coachy and Purdy, because that's who we have home. I keep saying home instead of the office, but you get what I mean. Another successful call. Great job, team. Okay, so this one here from Kazuki that works at the gym. You do want to send people to this because, well, you gain 100 professionalism points, which is pretty fantastic to get you guys started. But just remember the officer that you choose is not going to be in tomorrow, or for the rest of the day. So, you know, make sure it's something that you don't necessarily need to finish this day. And as we have this many officers, we don't really need anyone. So I'm actually going to drop Hunter on that because she's moving to tomorrow's shift, and that's going to put a high-level officer on tomorrow. Sure, she won't be available today, but she's going to have 400 points when she comes in, and that is awesome. Not to mention it's 5 o'clock. We're getting close to the end of the day anyway. How'd our homicide go? Ooh, we got 3 frames. Let's see if we got the right ones. Okay, so this particular call, we need the brown car driving first, and then we want the shooting, and then the store. Boom! That's your order. Winner, winner! Your team just got a whole bunch of points. And we can also, because it's not the end of the day, send some officers to arrest this guy. Who should we send? It really doesn't matter when you send these people. It doesn't matter what their professionalism is. Whoever you send gets 20 points though, rather than just 10 points for the calls. So let's work some of our lower level officers so that they can get a jump on that. All right, our fight at Kevin's throat are... Oh yeah, This is hilarious one. A bartender reports that a couple of dancers started fighting over tips and a cat fight broke out right on stage. I like this one. It's funny because you get a funny thing to do. Let's drop Kochi and Asano on that because, well, it seems appropriate to, oh, it's 3-spot. We'll send Sukabi as well. Because it seems appropriate to send women to a restroom, and I don't know. The fight at Octopus. Let's send Purdy and McGillicuddy. So here we have Hunter just gained, oh, pardon me, not 100 points, 110 points. I will be updating my text for you. Chief just about nailed the jab a couple times, but he was too fast for me and won on points. I really don't understand all the rules, so I can't keep track of the points very well, but he was all right. Even showed me a few tricks after the match. I got carried away a little and pulled my back. Can I take the day off? Damn straight you can, because you're going to be a superstar for me tomorrow. And I believe that's no more calls for the day. So we'll just wait out our last calls that the officers are out on. This one makes me laugh. Okay, so it doesn't really matter what you choose for the first choice. I'm going to say, cut it out, ladies. But you're going to throw some cold water on them. Sounds like fun. This is why I didn't send any pervy guys on the call. And were we successful? Yes, we were. We've arrested the bad guy. And as you can see, they got extra points for that, so that's great. Just waiting for Purdy and McGillicuddy to get to their call. You don't actually have to wait for everyone to get back, fortunately. But you do have to read the updates on the side or they won't let you in today. Great job, officers. What a successful day. All right. So we're going to send someone to work tomorrow. Let's see who we have. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, only 6 officers on today. Let's definitely send someone to work tomorrow. And because we fired everyone that gets super tired, we can pretty much pick anybody. Who do we have? 400, blah, blah, blah. We don't have any new officers because we didn't hire anyone for today because we didn't want Chantel, did we? Who could use a boost? We've moved these 2 to that shift, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on this shift. Let's send Asano. Work tomorrow for me, Asano, please and thank you. July 19th. It's a Friday. So, yeah. All right, let's do this, team. What the fuck, Mayor Rogers? What the WTF? For real, though. Okay, so we're going to skip this cutscene, and you have the choice of helping Kendrick or refusing to help him. If you refuse, then, you know, you're saying, screw you to the Mafia. And, well, Kendrick and his 3 daughters will die. Which kind of sucks. And I just have to say, don't refuse, because you're going to work with the Mafia anyway. So save some lives, right? You might as well save some lives. Be kind people, have some compassion, because, you know, Boyd's got 3 sons as well.
Don't call me. Don't come to work today.
And we'll jump that cutscene and go right into the day. Now, if you're still playing this with the tutorial, then today, no, you can't go home for a movie opening. I need you. So today, if you're still playing with a playthrough, right when you pop into the game, you'd get a tutorial on the City Hall requests. So we're going to do that first as well. Let me hop into town. Ooh, we got our salary, monthly $1,200. And no, we're still not gonna fire all the black cops, you racist twitty twit. I'm trying really hard to not use curse words. I know they're jumping out anyway. Okay, so City Hall requests. The impression that you get is that you can only pick one, but this is the first time that we've asked for anything, and they have no reason to hate us yet. Ask for everything. I did it. I got everything. I don't see why you won't be able to as well. All right, let's jump into our first call of the day. got a disorderly conduct, and I was successful with about 260 points, so no need to send anyone too impressive, but I do recommend still sending 2 officers to get the points, right? Okay. Got a robbery. I did this with about 590. I'm pretty sure you can do it with like just under 400 points. But again, we are trying to improve our officers, so we're going to send those 400 plus points like this instead. I guess we can check to see if we got any new officers, but we really should be getting new officers tomorrow, now that we made that request to City Hall. And we still don't want to hire Chantal, unfortunately, so let's keep going.
311A in progress.
Fight. Hot dog vendor reports that he saw 2 Elvis impersonators grappling right there on the sidewalk. They're swearing in Spanish and beating each other with microphone stands. Okay, let's send some help. Okay, let's send both of these guys. We don't need them both, I'm sure. However, again, like I said, we need to get more points of professionalism in all our officers to be super successful. Oh, I knew you could do it, Asano and Samadi. I believe in you. Feeling the music today, I guess.
We've got a situation here.
Okay, so this is for the robbery. You gotta have 3 things pop up. I'm gonna sneak up to the back door. I'm gonna take aim at the robber. And we're gonna play tough guy. There's 2 ways out of this shop. In cuffs or in a body bag. Do you believe me? He believed me. Very convincing. Ooh, and yes, here's what we wanted. This is why I didn't send you home, Beasley. Because I want you to take lead on this investigation for me. Okay, let's see here. Oh, that's right. So this municipal assignment pops up. Don't do the call from Ernest Fitzgerald until you get a guy out here because, well, frankly, you can't delay these calls like this from City Hall, right? So we'd miss it if we did. We'll just wait for some new officers to get back, and I'll tell you all about this call from Ernest.
12 in progress.
Clearly, the actual call is more important, but we can make them all. Okay, so we've got destruction of property, and you could send 5 people if you really don't need to. So let's see here. I think I'm going to wait a few seconds and let these guys come back for the other call and send all of these lovely officers that can use some more professionalism points. Okay, so we see we got another one here with just 3 frames. We've got 3 officers on it. No reason we shouldn't be able to finish this call and get all the right frames today. Just waiting for Hunter Koji to come back. And we'll drop them on this. Now, this call, be careful. If you don't have enough points in your lower officers, you would probably prefer to send some of them. Because they are going to go home after they do this. But they're getting 55 points. So we want that. Definitely worth going to. We should just have one more call, I think, today to send our officers out on. I assume they'd be alright at this. Go team, go team. Okay, let's open up this investigation. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Even if you don't read this stuff, you look at the picture and you say, oh no, he's got her purse in this one. Oh no, he's stealing her purse in this one. Oh look, bad guy coming up. It must be the first one. Pretty easy to begin with. And congrats team, you got some points. And now we're gonna send out some officers to deal with that soon.
11 in progress.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, we just need them to get home. I keep saying home. Back to the office. Alright, I'm going to send both of my higher level officers to this one because I want to send my lower level officers here when you go and arrest someone on a detective case, they get 20 points instead of just the 10, so it's definitely worth it to boost up your lower level officers here. We did it, Boyd! We won! Oh, I knew my team had good shooters. That Ernest really knows a lot about shooting. He even taught us a thing or two. He invited us out hunting to celebrate the victory, so we're taking the day off. We deserve it. You do deserve it, but gosh, you're cocky. I'm the boss here. Congrats. Alright, yeah, so we're just going to wait for these guys to finish going out to their calls. And no more calls for the day. We'll end it all. Beauty. Successful day, team. Officer God! And there's our 20 points. Congrats, detectives.
211 complete.
Easy peasy, well done, and nicely played, day 5. Looks like tomorrow's gonna be a long day. See, it's giving you a hint. Make sure you have officers on tomorrow, right? Which is convenient because actually they don't really do that later on. So let's take a look at who is working tomorrow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, not bad. But just due to the information that they provided us with, I'm going to send someone to work tomorrow. Who will it be? Because hopefully, again, we'll be able to hire some people today for shift day. Maybe we'll send Robbins, sort of a mid-level officer at the moment. Oh, we'll be rock stars. We can do it. Day 6. Welcome to Saturday, July 20th. So you're going to start off with a cutscene here.
Mr. Boyd,
We're just going to skip it for you guys because you can watch it on your own time. I don't want to waste your time. Just want to get you the best game. No, I'm sorry. I don't want to give you the day off. But I will have the other officers keep an eye on you. Some pipes bursted in your house. Do we let them? Got 8 officers. I'm taking a peek at the day. Yeah, we'll be fine. Go home, fix your pipes. We'll see you tomorrow. It's a shift day anyway. No, you can't take the day off to be with your puppy on his birthday. The puppy doesn't know it's his birthday. Do it tomorrow. Plus, just do it tonight when you come home. He'll be so excited to see you like he always is. I love dogs. I'm gonna try this piano-looking gig here today. Alright, I'm enjoying it. Okay, so we've got our gang member here. What we're gonna do is absolutely accept. If you hadn't actually arrested him yesterday, then we'd be going in here and we would have an option to interrogate him, I believe. But done, so we can just start investigating immediately. Ooh, Rope's got 345. We'll make you top officer here. Why not? Off you go, team. Okay, so red masks. We've got 4 days. You totally don't need 4 days. We're gonna be able to get each one each day, I'm pretty sure. And everyone will be oh so impressed with you. City's real mad that I didn't fire all the black cops. Whatever, because as you can see, we can hire a new detective. We can get a raise. We got our officer slot. And I bet you we even got our SWAT team. So don't be afraid to ask for a lot. Let's see here. I'm gonna go for work 2 times a day. That's sort of how I go. I go 2 times, then I go increase the power, etc., etc. Let's hire some officers for tomorrow. Because there are only 6 people on. Pretty sure Marito here is an elder officer, so we probably will not be hiring him. Let's hire Joshua Smith. We're hiring everyone for A again because it's shift B today. These people are going to come in tomorrow for us. What's a deploy him and take this officer as well. High gold. I actually haven't seen that one before. And we got a slot for another detective as well. Oh, mine as well. Wait, is Johnny Iron old? It's kind of hard to tell. Let's double check. I am going to list for you in the description the pages that I use for this. There are some really handy web pages where you can look up your officers and detectives that are available, right? So I'm going to take a quick peek at that and just double check that Iron is not an elder. And he isn't. Excellent. So let's definitely hire him as well. We will hire you for tomorrow, sir. Awesome. And here comes our first calls. An attempted murder. I sent just 345, I think, last time. So who looks good for that? Maybe we'll just give Sakabi and Goodwin a run. I think you can do it. I believe in you. Alright, so in our investigation here into the, what is it, Red Mask gang? Yes, the Red Masks. Again, 3 frames. We've got 3 officers. I keep saying officers. Detectives on it. We should have no problem getting all the right frames and arresting him tonight. I have a sip of my coffee in the office here. Well done, Tsubaki. I always say Sukabi with her name. So apologies. If I say Sukabi, that's what I am meaning, Tsubaki. I don't know why I always mess that one up. It's funny. Okay, we've got a carjacking here. I think I sent about 450 last time. Song's new. Let's send him. And McKillicuddy and Austin. So that's actually about 500, not the 450, but whatever. We got 3 officers on it. We got some low-level officers that need some points. Shouldn't be a problem. Should go really well. The carjacking here is actually another one that they're going to ask for some advice on later as well. So we are going to overtake the offender and block the road. No problemo. Great job, team. So here is coming the very first time that you get a false alarm call. Is it the very first time? I'm pretty sure. Yeah? No, it's not the first time. There was one on day 3. Anyway, this here is not a real call. You do not need to send more officers to it. It would be a bad idea. Although I totally get why it's super tempting to, because you're like just sitting here around for a while. Nothing's coming up. And it gets all intense, like, hey, pick me. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a big fan of broccoli either, but I eat it. So we've got a theft at the casino, and I think I sent about 450. So let's give, who's got a thing here? Why not Yancey? And we only need one more officer. Oh, we'll put Tsubaki. Tsubaki! I said it right. Sure, Sand, I will help you. I like to keep my people happy because I always ignore City Hall and the Sands when they want me to do, like, don't come to this call, or, you know, do this really weirdly socially immoral thing right now, like firing all the black cops. Ignore those. If you do these calls that pop up, you'll be no problem. Always in the good books. So we've only got one more call today. Here it is. Assault with a deadly weapon. Yikes. And it's also going to ask you for some suggestions on what to do later. So we'll send some high and some low, because there's no one else to worry about today, except for arresting the fellow from the red masks later. And we got plenty of officers to do that.
Looks like we have a situation here.
Alright, so we're gonna shoot out his tires. And then when we get in here, do not throw the rubber sex doll at the assailant. I tried this, it was a bad idea. I just had to know. And we don't need to kill him either, we'd rather arrest him. Let him go right now! We're intimidating. We're really intimidating. Great job, team. Just wait until 100 hours for our detective team to come back with all those lovely frames so we can make an arrest. Excellent. So this one here is also pretty straightforward. Got the safe. Boom! Key first. Walking into the place opens the safe. I can see how you might think that you switched these two. But it's a safe, not a door. Great job, Wolf Mullen Armstrong. Let's go arrest some guys. Shall we boost our low-level fellas? They could use it. Never bother sending SWAT unless later on in the game it will require you to. You really don't need it for these ones at the beginning. Time to take a peek at our affairs before we end the day. And we hired 3 people, right? 1, 2, 3. So we've got 3 more people working tomorrow. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh yeah, we're gonna have no problem tomorrow. Excellent. I definitely suggest just before your day ends to pop into your affairs and see how many people you have working. Gives you a better idea of whether or not you need to send an additional officer the next day or not. So congrats, you just had another successful day. And we're gonna hop into the final day of the week soon. Well done, team. And despite that, you cannot start the investigation after midnight. So we will start that tomorrow morning. Don't forget. It's totally possible to completely forget to start the next investigation until the end of the day, and you're like, hey, why didn't I get any frames today? Well, that's because you forgot to do it in the morning, so in the morning you'll have to do that yourself, right? Okay. Got plenty of officers in. I think in here's gonna... Maybe that's how you say it, I'm not completely sure. He's probably gonna ask for the day off, he looks tired, but I think we'll be fine with 8 officers, right? I think so. Let me take a look at the day so we don't make any big mistakes. Oh, what the heck. We got a few calls tomorrow. We'll send 1 more officer. Who looks decent? Who could use some more points? Let's send Goodwin. Why not? Alright, here we are. July 21st. So it's a bit of a busy day today, and there are no false alarms, so you're going to send everyone to every call that you see. And we're just going to skip this cutscene and jump into the day. Hey, our new deputy's here, Martin Spett. Nice to meet you, Martin. And yes, you can definitely go home, because when he comes back for the next shift in 2 days, he'll actually have 4 points, so I accept it, that's cool. No, you can't go for that when I need you today. There, easy peasy. Got 9 officers, we're gonna have no problems. Ooh, catalog options! I like buying all the stuff because frankly, I'm gonna try and make sure you have the best game ever. That's my whole concept here, which means you should have the disposable income to buy all of these things, including the pre-orders, which I like doing because, well, no need to get all frustrated listening to the same songs over and over. Great. What shall we choose? Maybe something new. What's this? Ooh, Temptation Blues. That sounds good. That sounds good for our cop game. So if you were still doing the tutorial, you would have a thing pop up asking for, not asking, giving you a demo tutorial type thing about this here, deputy services. There are a whole lot of options, and when you do have enough money, definitely get the consulting detective, because when you click into your investigation, later on you're going to have investigations with more than just 3 frames. It's going to take multiple days. You're not going to know if you have all the frames. Well, you will know if you have all of the frames that you need if you have the consulting detective. So we will be getting that later. I wait a little bit on doing the staff training. When you do send your staff for training, they can either be successful or not. So sometimes it's a waste, sometimes it's not. But your officer gets the 50 points and a stripe. So it's useful for sure. We are going to hire a snitch. Be aware that you want to use your worst officer here, because they will eventually die. I have not found a way around that yet. Your officer will die. But it's useful because, spoilers can't tell you, later on, someone on your team might not be on your side. And he's gonna keep you in the know about that. Great, and now we have like no money. The other thing you'd be having right now, if you were doing the tutorial, is a little thing about the sands. You can kill 3 cops for $1,000. Why would you want to do that? Well, your choice, we'll see later on. Again, another one here, a little more money. You only lose 1 detective. Might be useful later on. Spoilers, can't tell you. Well, I could. And threaten. Threaten is useful for if you do something like firing all of the black police officers that I told you not to do, because then you'd be going through this like investigation about whether you're a horrible racist, and you could then use the Mafia to threaten them, threaten the people on the committee, so that you don't get into trouble. So it's an option if you do decide to do those things, but it's 35 grand and we don't have the money right now. We'd rather save it and spend it on the detective later. Great, so that looks good. And now the only thing we don't want to forget now is starting the investigation in the red masks. So you need to go over to your gang here. We've already finished this. We arrested him yesterday, so we're going to start investigating Jing Yang. We've got 4 officers on this. It's another one with just 3 frames. We're gonna have no problem finishing that one today. So like I said, there are no fake calls today, so definitely send people to every single call. This one I did with about 240, so we're gonna send 2 low-level officers to this. So you don't actually even need the almost 300 that is. And it is going to pop up later asking you for some direction. Which is great. We're going to say, return those shoes. We don't need to be buddy-buddy with them. We don't need to be violent with them. We're intimidating enough as is. Alright, so we've got a quick call here, so you need fast, and if you've been just dabbling around, and we don't need all 4 officers. Let's send someone decent, and let's send the bottom 3 guys, so that they can get a little boost to their points. You're gonna have, at noon, another one of those City Hall things, and you're gonna have later on another one of the sand things. City Hall, we're gonna send whoever, but they're gonna be gone for the day, so don't forget that. So this call coming up here, be fast! Boom! Because you're going to want these officers later for another call. But I'm still sending 3 because I want them to get the points, and we've got a whole bunch of officers coming back to the station now. Okay. This here we do want to send them to because we get $3,000 and it's not going to hurt our rep in any way. But pick your lower level officers because one of them is going to stay at the bar and get drunk all day. Just couldn't take it. And then 2 of them are going to return to work drunk. So you're going to be careful not wanting to send all of them to jobs because they could die driving drunk. And we don't want that. So we're going to send these lower level officers that we have available. Alright, Mafia says, hey, you're in our books now. You're on our side. We're going to push you around and convince you not to come to this call. Well, don't be greedy for the 4 grand. You're about to get 3 grand from Ulrich Bieber. I go to all the calls that are real calls, if I can. Which, so far, we can, so don't worry about that. We don't name for that. Okay, we're going to send 2 officers because we can, and we want the points to this disorderly conduct. It's kind of funny. A guard says that someone got into the exhibition hall, scrawled pictures of penises on the artwork, and hid in the closet. Alrighty then. And they are going to ask us for some assistance later on that call. So Goodwin is too sad about it. Decided to stay and drink all day. Yay, 3 grand! Wait a minute. Maybe it was a fluke that my other 2 got drunk last run through. They don't appear to be drunk right now. My bad, guys. I will change that on my text walkthrough. Alright, so this is the call with the guy who is drawing penises out on the art. All the lights are on when the police arrive. The museum caretaker explains that he's had only the job for a couple of weeks and he's worried about getting fired over this foolishness. Well, no kidding. The police calm him down and he points out where the artist is. So we're going to break down the door. Oh no, we're not going to break down the door. Come on out, son. Nope. Doesn't want to. The terrified and tearful young man holds a knife and insists he's engaged in some kind of performance art and that no one understands him. He refuses to surrender and is threatening to stab himself. Well, we don't want him to do that. So we're going to try and understand him. Tell me about your work, son. Success. See, people just want to feel cared about, right? A little bit of waiting to do. No new calls for a little bit. This is the call for the Sands job. So this is where you're going to choose whether or not you go or not for the 4 grand. I send them. I think you can too. Personally, I prefer to be an amazing cop as well as just good at the game. And we don't need the money for that. Okay, so I'm gonna send, let's see here, we need 2 officers later to do the investigation arrest. So let's send all these guys. This call, they're actually also gonna ask you for backup, so if you want, you can. Kane could use the 5 points. When you do a backup call, you don't get a full 10 points, you just get 5 points. So, it doesn't really matter, it's up to you. And in comes our intel here. I'm gonna open this investigation. Pretty straightforward. He walks into the building, he meets the lady, and takes the package. Congrats. Okay, so we'll send these lower level officers. Again, he is going to die eventually, so we use him, but we'd rather use him. He can get the 5 points for going out on the call later. Right? Not the 10. So we'll send him just so that he gets the points, because why not? We are going to keep him for a while. It's just, you know, be aware that he is going to die. So when we come into work tomorrow, this pops up and tells us that we're going to be having a psych test, and that is all we're actually going to be doing that day. So do what I say tomorrow and you won't get called crazy. Well done, we arrested him. And check it out! Eliminate the gang a whole day early. We had 4 days to do this. We didn't need to do that so quickly, did we? We've destroyed the gang and earned 20 grand. Well done, team. Keep going this way, and it won't be long until we have that extra detective who tells us if we've got all the frames or not. City Hall is so proud of us. So as you can see, there are like so many opportunities to impress City Hall that's why it's okay to avoid them sometimes when they ask you for absolutely ridiculous stuff. From my research, the Sands can be disappointed in you 3 times in a row before they actually are super pissed. So congrats, we finished the day, but the day's not totally over. It's important to make sure we've got enough officers on. Let's see here, 8 officers, possible chance of one of them staying home. Let's send Vendall. And let's send Great. Cool. Alright, and of course this is actually not for tomorrow, because we have our psych test tomorrow. It's going to be for the following day. Congrats! We finished the week, and hope you enjoyed the video and also had a very successful week. Keep tuned and we'll have next week up for you soon. Main menu. Oh no, my progress! That's okay, it saves after you choose which officers start the next day. Great. Okay, bye!